Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure. It's my honor being connected out here in nature and bringing to you this message of emancipation, pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that's why I want to speak to you concerning how Abdullah taught Nevill Goddard to live from within. And that is my encouragement to you right now, to live from within. Now, we look at the world around us, and when we look around, we see that there are systems that have been set up to keep us to look on the outside and to be influenced by the world around us. We have never been taught to be influenced by the world that is within us. As a matter of fact, we were never even taught that there was a world within us. We were never even taught of an intelligence that is within us. We were taught to regurgitate things over and over and over and to dwell in the realm of memory. And so we see Nevill Goddard and Abdullah, we see their relationship, and we see what transpired with that relationship, and how that relationship is what is taking place in the earth right now, whereby many of us, we've been brought up to believe a certain thing and to live a certain way. And then we meet people who is different than us and who have a different understanding of the same thing that you were taught by your parents or your teachers or your religious ministers and so on. And the Bible is no different, because when we look at the Bible and we look at the people who claim to believe in the Bible, we see that there are many, many different denominations and many different interpretations. But when we look at nature, we see that there is a law, a divine law of reproduction. We see that every seed and every species always reproduce back after its own kind. And that alone tells me the power of oneness, and tells me also that whatever life that is within is the same life that will be expressed on the outside. So here we see that Nevill Goddard and Abdullah is showing us that we grew up in a world where we were made to be ignorant and was taught to look on the outside and compete, because like we are in a rat race, and then we are told to educate ourselves and see how much education we can amass, and then get a good job and be a good citizen and live our lives based on the programming of how society would see us and accept us, so we will feel a part of a certain society or a certain culture. But when we look deeper, we realize that we all was born here in amnesia. And everything that was taught to us started from our parents. And therefore we realize that there must come a time that we have to think for ourselves. And the only time we'll be able to think for ourselves is when we learn to look within and learn to live from within. Because when we go back to when we was a little child, we'll realize that we was living from within before we get caught up with the system, especially the educational system. We were living from our imagination. Anything we wanted, we used to imagine it. We used to see it in our mind's eye, because we had nothing to turn to. But all we had to turn to was our mental faculties that we born with here. And those were the tools of survival for us, because that's all we knew, because this intelligence is what we came here with. But here was our parents teaching us of another intelligence, telling us certain things to make them a part of our belief system and to program our subconscious mind. And they were doing it even unconsciously, not knowing that they were pointing us to look outwardly. Okay? So, when Abdullah displayed to Nevill that in order for him to prove that God in man imagination, that he have to live by the principle of imagination. And so when he had no money, when he had no work, but wanted was to travel, and Abdullah said to him, "You are already in Barbados." Abdullah showed him if he would sleep in his mother's home, in his imagination, night after night, while he resided in New York, and see himself sleeping in his mother's home in Barbados, that it would become a fact. It wasn't until he proved it that he realized that you have to live from within. So this system has been set up to have you to live from without. But I'm saying to you that because the kingdom of God is within you, you have to live from within. And you're told that if you discover first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, that all these things that you should desire in this world, they will be added unto you. So I'm saying to you, when you live from within, you would realize that if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without that can do you any harm. Then you would realize that you are responsible for your thoughts and your action, because it is your own thoughts that's creating your reality and creating your personality. You take responsible of the world that is given to you that is from within. You have to take responsibility of the power that was given to you that is from within. Because everything that is without is an expression of that which is within. That's why Ecclesiastes chapter 10:11 tells you everything is downloaded in you. Just like things have been downloaded in a computer, just like things have been downloaded in a flash drive. You cannot just look at it and see what's been downloaded. You have to plug it in. And until you get into the right alignment, not until when you get real plugged in to your higher self, your true self, your God self, that everything will be revealed to you, and you will realize that everyone is your own self being pushed out. And that you have to live from within. You want to conquer, you have to live from within. You want to prosper, you have to live from within. You want to expand, you have to live from within. Anything you want in this world can be yours, but you have to learn to live from within. You cannot live from without. You cannot allow the things on the outside to dictate your life. You dictate your life from inside. You are the commander. You are the Lord and Master of your destiny. That is why you can have your destiny how you want it to be, but you have to live from within. You can't live from the outside. You have to overcome this system. So Abdullah never got how to overcome the system by looking from within and living from within. And that's why I'm encouraging you to live from within. From the outside, we see physical money, but from within, we see cosmic money. We see money as energy. And you are energy. That's why you don't see scarcity. So my brothers and my sisters, it all have to do with our mentality. And that is why the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. And Abdullah taught Neville Goddard that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history, and that it was written symbolically. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, it has no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. From the beginning to the ending, it's all a great psychological drama. And it all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, it is your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. That is why I'm telling you to look inwardly, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Live from within and express the highest version of yourself on the outside. Because it's only what is reflected on the outside is showing what is going on from the inside. So live from within and conquer, reign, rule, and you would understand the story of the prodigal son is your story when you come back to your memory and your power and your authority, because you understand that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much, and I want to say this is the very first time that you're listening to me, and what I'm saying is resonating with you. I would like to say, if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, I would like to encourage you to follow me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru, and also I would like to encourage you to be a part of the Inner Sound Science and Technology course, which is the Inner Sound Engineering course. It's on my Patreon for those who are donating $20 or more. And for those who are donating less, there's a lot of other information that is there available for you. Also, if you'd like to support this work by PayPal, we have a PayPal link and all the information is down below. So just feel free to check out the description down below. So with all of that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, continue to live from within, always live from within. Peace.